I just like really wish there was somewhere better to put this because this annoys me. Oh my goodness. It's just so... Okay, wait. I gotta learn how to do this if I'm gonna be doing this. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Renee and this is Glow Up and Thrive. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you hit the subscribe button to join the family. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So I wanted to share just what this channel is really about. I believe that we have all been through some challenges in life, and Glow Up and Thrive is really about healing, glowing up, and thriving after those challenges. In my mind, it's like about becoming a resilient person in spite of the situations that you've gone through, to really go on and create like a purpose-driven life that is filled of joy. You feel like your most authentic self. You have confidence again in yourself. You've just really been able to reclaim your worth because you understand what your worth is. That's been a space that I've been operating from for some time now, being a breast cancer survivor. And, going through a baby loss journey about 8 years ago. And I just could not fathom how much of my identity shifted and changed because of those situations. It's like I shed a new layer after that grief, but who was I becoming, And especially going through breast cancer, that really took my identity. In the midst of that, like, it's been such a crazy yet beautiful journey, almost just like blossoming into this whole new person and walking alongside of God to just like learn who I am and better operate in the flow of that woman. So that's really what this community is about and what this community is for. The fun little caveat is that I am actually on the journey now to become a licensed therapist. And this is why helping women is such a passion of mine. I want every person that experiences me, to the best of my ability, be able to find joy within themselves, find joy within their life. And I'm personally a Jesus girl, so I find a lot of joy resting in the Lord. And we often need to be reminded to like rest in the Lord too. We often need to be reminded to be grounded and rooted in what the word has to say, what God has to say about us. And that is also a part of finding your identity again, speaking life into yourself, speaking what the word says about yourself. We know that the word says there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And I strongly believe that. This is why I believe that affirmations are so powerful, because even when you're talking to yourself about who you are and how you're an overcomer, how you're a resilient person, even in those moments that you maybe don't believe it, you still want to keep speaking it, because your character is built in the dark. Your character is built in the depths of those deep, dark moments where you feel broken, where you feel lost, where you're hurt, where you're angry, where you don't know yourself, where you may be experiencing some anxiety and some depression starting to creep in. Those are the moments where who you are is being built, especially within the Lord. So I'm just excited for this journey to bring y'all along with me. I am year 2, I guess you could kind of say, 1.5. I don't know how you want to put it in school. It's my second semester of the next year. So I am really loving this journey so far. And I'm so honored that God picked me for this journey. And I cannot wait to be able to be more of a help and more of a support for people. So being that I'm a woman that knows what it feels like to lose yourself, to lose your identity, but also regain hope, to be able to regain joy in the midst of life setbacks, to transition from surviving to thriving and creating a reality that just feels like very authentic to who I am. That is the community that I desire to cultivate here. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button already, please do. I would love to have you a part of the family and to bring you along this journey of just helping you reclaim your worth to become the person that you truly desire to be. So this is an interesting season. We're coming up on 1 year since I packed up my bags, packed up my puppy, put my whole apartment in storage, and drove 12 hours to come back to Michigan. I cannot believe it'll be 1 year in a couple months. When I started 2024, I had no idea what it was going to be like, but God told me early in January of 2024 to take my butt back home. And I didn't understand why. Things were so good there for me. I had went through some hiccups, but I had landed back on my feet again. I loved my apartment. I have a lot of my community in Atlanta. Atlanta has become like a comfort for me because I know it so well. It's like home. It's comfortable. It's safe. I have support. I have my favorite restaurants. I have, my self-care, team and things like that. So I just didn't understand like why I was leaving, but I understood enough to know that in my spirit, I could tell it was time for me to go. I can feel it in my spirit that time was up. But I didn't think it would be permanent. I still don't really know that part. But all I knew was to be obedient, follow God's lead, and go to the next step. So it brought me 12 hours later back home with my little puppy Cardi. My girl is knocked out. Knocked out. Anyways, we came back home to Michigan to be with my parents, and I know what you're probably thinking. Actually, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. Girl, you're about to be 35 going back home with your parents. I was 34 at the time. I was like, this is weird, but it really wasn't weird. It's just pure obedience. I didn't understand how much I needed to come back home. And this is the second time that I've done this. I realized that when I have like a heavy trauma, I push through enough to get through it. But then when it's time to actually process what I went through, I sometimes need some support. And the first time was when my son passed away. And this time was a couple years after my breast cancer journey. But I really needed just like a low lift year. I needed a year of low responsibility, a year to just navigate my life, a year to spend time with God and figure out like, Lord, what am I doing? Where am I headed? What is going on? A year to find myself, to build a deeper, authentic relationship with myself, a year to frolic, a year to just sit and just be, to walk outside and just relax in the grass, not be in the hustle and bustle of them Atlanta streets. So this year has been, these 8 months, no, 9, whatever. It has been so good. And this is time I can't get back. I got to celebrate my mom's 70th birthday with her, celebrate my dad's birthday, spend time with nieces and nephews that I hadn't seen in so long. It has been one of the most memorable years of my life, and God knew exactly what I needed. So as we step into this new year of 2025, I know that a couple words come to mind for me, but visibility is one of them. Open to talking, having a platform like this where I can create what I believe God's intending me to create. I love connecting. Low key, y'all, my friends call me Wi-Fi because I really do stay connecting with people. I love building relationships and doing life with people. So the visibility is just about like, yo, girl, just stop being quiet. It's time to share your testimonies. It's time to talk, share your thoughts, your experiences. It's time to just be seen a little bit more. So I feel like that is something God has called me to, and just really leaning into resiliency even more as well. So I'm grateful. I'm excited. I'm just in expectancy. I'm preparing for the pivot and transition of wherever He's going to send me this year, because I know that, my time in Michigan was greatly with purpose and intention, but I knew that it wasn't permanent. So wherever that may be, we shall see, but I'm excited to have you here, part of this community. I don't know where you're at, like in your journey or your personal life, but I pray that you're just trusting God too. If you have watched my stories on Instagram, I have shared this scripture that has been blessing my soul. You would think I got it memorized fully by now, but we're almost there. It's Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. it's a time and a season for everything under. I'm sorry, y'all. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verses 1. So for me, that feels and means that there literally is a time and a season for everything that you're called to do, everything that you're desired to do, even including rest. And you'll know it, you'll feel it in your spirit when God is shifting you, when He's moving you, when He's changing you, when He's changing things about you, He's changing where you used to go, things you used to do. Like, you'll feel that strong pull in your spirit. But the number one thing is to include God in your plans. I mean, we make our plans. God's plans are the ultimate plans, but submitting our plans to Him and letting Him lead. Let Him lead. And when you submit your plans to Him, it's like you are in surrender, and it's almost like, Lord, I trust you. You get free reign. Like, Jesus, take all these wheels for real, because I'm not good at making certain decisions. I need you to show up and be able to make those decisions for me. That's exactly what I did. And that's why I like Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. I've just been like riding on that these past couple weeks and just sitting in that and just believing that. So it's been like a rest season. It's been a season of just quietness, not too active, like just very low key. And I can tell the next season that God is transitioning me into. So I don't know where you're at with like your seasons, but I hope that's a scripture that can bless you, that you can rest in as well, and just see like, where is God calling you to be, and what season are you in, and how can you steward that season well? How can you wait well? How can you be obedient well? Like, how can you just do things well in the season that you're in? So, oh Lord, so much more where this came from. But I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the family. This is just the beginning. I'm so excited for what's to come. And let me know if anything I said resonated with you in the comments. Let me know what season you're in. Just talk to me, okay? I reply. But until then, God bless. I love y'all. Take care. Cardi says bye too. My girl got gray hairs. Or is that food? I don't know, y'all. No, I think that's food. All right, y'all. Bye.